It's a new year, which means it's time to start a new scrapbook.
Hello, this is future Emma editing this video, and I thought I would just cut in to explain why a New Year's goals, resolutions, manifestation, whatever video is going live in February. And that is for one very clear reason. I don't believe that you have to make changes in January. And the reason that I feel so strongly about not putting so much pressure on January is for so many reasons. But for one, it is just a generally depressing month anyway. So the idea that you're gonna be your best, newest self in January, kind of unlikely, at least for me. I struggle in Jan. Yes, I know, it's satisfying to start a new year as an amazing new version of yourself, but I have learned over the years that that isn't, for me at least, realistic. So I've gone really slow, taken my time, and made loads of different vision boards throughout January to start making changes gradually throughout the year, because I speak from experience that the biggest changes I've ever made in my life were not in January. As we all know, the 25th of Feb decided to completely uphaul and overhaul my life. I started in Feb, the end of Feb. Literally the best thing I ever did. My life has never been the same since that day. January was a distant memory. I made very few changes in Jan that year, but February was where it was at. February for me is definitely a more inspiring month. I use January to hibernate and to plan and to visualize. February, I tend to action and make the changes I want to make. That's why this video has not gone up on the 1st of Jan. You can start at any time to make changes in your life. You do not have to wait till Monday. You don't have to wait till the 1st of Jan. There is no good time to start. You can start making changes right now. But I know that all of the New Year, New Me content has probably died down by now. You just need a little reminder. At this time of year, it's normally your New Year's resolutions started really strong in Jan, and by February, you're starting to give up on them. This is your little reminder that you can have goals at any time of the year. You can hit them at any time of the year. There is no pressure on January. February is just as good to get started. So this was a rambly intro, but I just felt like I needed to clarify. This isn't late, because you can't be late for your goals because they're yours. So if you haven't made your manifestation mood board yet, you can do it at any time. You haven't missed the boat. There's no rules. No one else cares, okay? I'm just putting it out there. So get yourself a cuppa and enjoy. See you at the end.
Now, with the new year, normally comes a huge influx of videos telling you how to become your best self, the things you need to change, blah, 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 blah. And I won't lie, I kind of love those videos. And I've made them too. The way that I do things is every new year, I make a vision board / manifestation board / goals board, whatever you want to call it. I used to do it digitally, but now I do it as the first page of my annual scrapbook. So I thought today we could make it together. It's combining a couple of things. I don't want to just sit here and tell you all my goals because, let's be real, the evil eye exists, and if there are any evil eyes watching, get out of here. Karma's a real thing, okay? Have a great year. Anyway, ultimately will be the exact same thing as me just telling you my goals, but in a less direct way, because I am known to overshare and underdeliver, and that is actually something I'm really going to work on this year. I tell you everything. In my innocent brain, it's more me just telling you my thought processes. Oh, that would be a nice idea. As soon as it reaches the internet, that is Bible, apparently. Apparently I'm an enormous failure when I don't do some of the things that I say I might potentially do. Telling you all of my goals is an extremely scary thing. Very vulnerable, and basically opens the front door to people telling me that I'm a lazy bitch. And I'm not a lazy bitch. I'm an overwhelmed bitch. There's a massive difference. So I thought a fun way for me to kind of give you some sneak peeks of my goals without going into too much detail, more of a visual representation, scrapbooking with you, my 2025 vision board. We have a fresh journal. This year we've gone pink. I haven't even taken off the sleeve yet, but I always get questions. How do I start scrapbooking? Where do you get your scrapbooking stuff? How does one scrapbook, basically? It is something that you kind of learn along the way. My old scrapbooks were a hot mess. I've definitely found my style and the way that I like to scrapbook. At the end of the day, it's something you can't do wrong. And as a raging perfectionist, that pleases me. Even though I still manage to be a perfectionist about scrapbooking, which is something that, like I said, you can't do wrong, it's the closest I can get to not caring about how it turns out. So if you have started the new year with goals, but you're feeling overwhelmed, you don't know where to start, you're a visual person or you're a messy person, you write lists on your notes on your phone that never get looked at ever again. I'm not coming for you, I'm relating with you. May I recommend you grab yourself a piece of paper now or a notebook of some description. If you have a brand spanking new notebook, bring it over and let's do it together. A zero pressure, messy girl way to manifest. So if you want to scrapbook your 2025 mood board with me, here's what you're gonna need. First things first, I did write down an ugly, boring goal list that is completely uninspiring, that I will lose in a minute and will never look at again. I broke it down into personal, fitness, work, etc. Like I said, I'm not going to read you all these goals. I'm just going to show you vaguely what they are through the art of scrapbooking. Under promise, over deliver. And if I don't share any of these with you, then everything I do is over delivering. Have I hacked life? Just don't tell anyone anything ever, so no one ever wants anything, and then you just do shit for yourself. Crazy, what a concept. The next things you're gonna need are actual things to go into your mood board / scrapbook. And I have a huge combination of things. I get photos printed in multiple different ways. One way is with free prints, which is an amazing photo printing app that you can have on your phone. You get 72 free standard size photos a month, which is amazing. If you do that every month, that basically does cover your scrapbooking for a whole month. I've used them for so many years. Not an ad, I wish. I also print my own photos / stickers at home. Of course, if you don't have a printer, see point 1. But if you do have a printer, a packet of photo printing paper is like a tenner. You can just print your own photos. I don't have any of my sticker paper to show you, but I actually have sticker paper that I have printed hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of stickers on. Quite time consuming, but it means that you can have stickers of exactly what you want, exactly the vibe you want. I use a combination of bought and also printed stickers. I source most of my inspiration photos off of Pinterest, obviously, because I'm a Pinterest girl. I feel like every girl in her 20s is a Pinterest girl. I bloody love it. And I basically searched all of the keywords from all of my goals, all my resolutions, etc., typed them into Pinterest and saw what they thought a visual representation of that goal would look like, essentially. So say your goal was to start rock climbing, just write in rock climbing and the word aesthetic. It just will choose really aesthetically pleasing photos of rock climbing or pottery, whatever you want to do. Type it in with the word aesthetic next to it. Gym aesthetic, lunchbox aesthetic. I don't know why lunchbox came into my head. Healthy food aesthetic, walking aesthetic, and it will just spit out loads of really inspiring images. So sometimes I will just print off people's entire things and then cut them up and use bits that I like. I like going through like wish lists and things like that, especially around Christmas. I find that super inspiring. I'm finding this color combination very inspiring. Travel aesthetic. That's a vibe. I find these like suitcase flat lays really inspiring as well. That's what I'm going to do for the next little while, just thinking of words that I want to bring into the new year, seeing what Pinterest thinks those words look like. Hard work aesthetic. Like this is a vibe. This is also a vibe. Also a vibe. Yes, like cool. Love this. I also love looking at things that I find inspiring for like content. So like angles and shots. Oh, speaking of help by sex, my boss, there's William. There he is again. He's working with IKEA, so he's in loads of ads. It's so funny. That is the vibe. Home cooked meal, cozy. Yes. I feel like that's a vision board about me. Love that. So that took me a while. I could honestly scroll on Pinterest for hours. That was literally an hour and that felt like no time at all. I have so many photos. Honestly, even going through photos is inspiring. And I haven't even started making the mood board yet. I mean, I guess this is me starting the mood board. It's actually finding what's gonna go on it. But just the act of going through and seeking out inspiration is really nice. Print those out either on some photo paper, regular paper's great too, and cut them out. So I did this yesterday and I printed so many. I did mine on sticker paper. I know that I won't use all of these for this page because this is completely obscene. I'll use these throughout my scrapbook, but I just printed out loads of little stickers / photos that I think represent what I want to achieve. Let me show you a few examples of things I printed. Excuse you. So let me show you a couple of examples of things that I've printed out. For example, I want to keep a tidy home this year, so I've printed out some cleaning photos. I want to cook and host more at my house. I printed some cool font examples to use for titles. I typed my goals in my notes and I printed it so I can cut these up and put them in my scrapbook. Other people's mood boards that I'm going to cut up myself, as well as tons of things that I want to use to decorate. So you can just print out pictures of bows. You don't have to buy the expensive bow stickers if you don't want to. These are all the ones that I've already cut out, but I haven't even gone through the magazines yet. That's what I'm going to do this evening. Go through the magazines and cut out anything that I find inspiring. In here I have a combination of photos of my own life as well as things that I would like my life to look like. I've printed out my current following on all of my platforms so I can look back next year and see how far I've come. So my job for this evening and your homework, go and find images. If there's lots of little ones, whack them together on a page on Canva, cut them out, and then I will come back tomorrow and we will actually put the scrapbook together. But if that feels like way too much effort, you could always search for sticker sheets that have things that you're inspired by on, but I can't promise you you're going to find very specific and niche things in sticker form. Or you can do it the old-fashioned way, which I also like to do a combination of this as well, and go and buy some magazines to cut up. So I use a combination of all of these things. I have stickers that I've bought, stickers that I've made, photos that I've printed, and magazines that I am going to completely butcher. I spent £5 on eBay and I got 12 editions of Golden Hands. I mean, to be fair, I say it's a steal. When these originally came out, they were 22p. These are beautiful craft magazines from the 60s. I saw them on eBay and I swiped them. I personally am very inspired by the 60s and the 70s. I'm inspired by their fashion, their color combinations, their interior design. So using stuff from the actual era, really cool. Like, look, how to make a fish comb case. It's a case for your comb, but the colors and the texts and everything about it is just so cool to me. Look at these front covers. How amazing. And each issue has a different craft on the back with these amazing colors. They just don't make it like this anymore, you know? But scrapbooking is basically about finding things that you find inspiring. I find these magazines super inspiring. Like, look at this page. Tell me that's not a bit of me. They are so cool. And this format has inspired me to do a page in my scrapbook, making a rail of my own clothes and outfits that I've liked. Oh my god, that's such a great idea. And because it's a crafting magazine, there's loads of swatches of fabrics that I can use in my scrapbook. So if you want to go away and do some of those things and come back once you've sourced everything, then that's absolutely fine. I'll see you when you have everything ready to scrapbook with me. Or if you just want to watch this video for inspiration and then go off and do your own alone, or even better, if you want to watch this video, get inspiration, then go get the stuff and come back and do it with me. Ugh. Amazing. Love spending time with you. Whichever way you want to do this, I'll be here. Let's start getting a bit crafty, shall we?
The time has come. I've actually decided I'm going to do a few different pages for different themes. I'll do like a page for fitness, work, personal goals, whatever. Today we're just going to do like an intro, like hello 2025, briefly touch on all of my goals, but then actually go into the specifics of those goals in the other pages to really break them down. I think the more detail you can do when it comes to visualizing something, the better. I have like a pot for each theme. I have spent so much time cutting out, and I've also transferred a lot of the stickers that I've made into my sticker book as well, just so that they're easier to peel off and use. Peeling the backs off is so infuriating of homemade stickers. This is pressure. What background do I want? I have a few different backing papers. I'm not sure what vibe I want to do. I'm thinking pink, to go with the scrapbook, you know? Sometimes you just gotta go for it and just take the leap and stick. The first stick is the hardest. That's what she said. I've made a commitment now. Okay, I've done a base. Now we can build on it. Of course, we need the year. Do I do it? I feel like maybe I do it like in the center and then everything goes around it. Cut out a couple of different New Year from magazines. So do I like, I think I like the red. I like that. Keywords for me this year are routine, balance, a little progress each day, your mental health's a priority. Ta-da! I need something here. Be productive, not busy, I think has the potential to be a motto for this year. Don't tell people your plans, show them your results. A big theme for this year for me. Some healthy food. So I want to get my eating back on track because it's been awful recently. Big goal for the year. Eat well and regularly. I think I need a pop of green. I want to take more photos. Big old camera in the middle. My best year yet. How cute is that? The vibes. It's the next day and my SD card ran out and I wanted to keep going, but don't worry, more is coming in this video. This is how the general vibes came out. This is my overall vision board of the year, but I am gonna do one of the more specific goal pages with you now. Here is a little look at how it's looking. I kind of love it. I feel like maybe I should do my work vision board with you. So let's do it. It's me again. I didn't film a proper outro. I'm just closing off this video. I'm obsessed with my 2 pages. I also did another one. Let me show you. Here's the end result for the overall vibes. It's essentially take more photos, work hard, build routine, save money, spend time with friends, host more, train, eat well, and see live music. Travel is for next year. And here's the end result for my work one. I have put specific goals here. 250k followers on Instagram, 250 subs on YouTube, 150k on TikTok. I want to post twice a week on YouTube. How are we doing with that so far? I don't know. Post 5 times a week on Instagram, post 5 times a week on TikTok, and I really want to host a meetup this year. I really want to meet some of you guys. I want to travel for work, create more fashion content. I've also put my current follow count so I can look back at the end of the year and see how far we've come. I showed, I think, a few snippets of this, but I didn't show you the whole thing. I made a little dopamine menu of all the things that I can do when I feel sad or if I just need a boost. I've got skincare, chocolate, dopamine, music, seeing my friends, burn a candle, buy myself flowers, matcha, watch a film, read a book, buy a plant, listen to music, colouring, take your bloody medication, go to the theatre, go to the gym, turn your phone off, cook a nice meal. Just all of the things that make me feel good on the inside. And I wanted to make a page for it, but I'm not going to show you any more because you will see that in upcoming vlogs. Already obsessed with the vibes of this scrapbook, and I'm very excited to do more. So if you have needed a sign to make a scrapbook, or if you are a visual person and you want to visualize your goals this year, then let this be your sign. This brought me so much joy to do, and now I have a clear vision of what I want. Go forth and scrapbook. Okay, love you, bye.